Who else is super excited to see me pressure can in an electric pressure canner? I am. This girl is excited because it's my first time. I'm super pumped about this because apparently with one of these bad boys you can set it and forget it. So we can get on to some other tasks. I could even go to bed if I wanted to. I could go do the yard. I could work in the garden. I could work with the chickens because I'm going to set it and forget it. We are making room for the cow in the freezer, so we are trying to can up or use as much meat from last year's cow. And here I've got a 7-bone roast that I'm going to cut up, and I'm going to cube it into like stew meat and then can it. And then I've got 4 2-pound round steaks that I'm going to also cube up, and we're just gonna can it up. So the 7-bone roast had like 3 bones in it. Here's 1, and the other ones were just tiny, so I don't even know what that is about. But we probably got about 1.5 pounds of stew meat off of that, and now I'm gonna cut up the round steaks and get on with it. Now I can fill the jars, and this is the same thing with canning on the stovetop. I'm starting with cold meat, cold jars, cold lids, cold bands, and a cold canner. So I am also raw packing this, so I'm not going to be adding any liquid. And if you wanted to add salt, you could. Make sure that it's non-iodized salt. And I would probably, depending on your taste, you could add like a teaspoon per quart jar. Or a little more if you'd like your meat more salty. And I trimmed off as much fat as I could. And then put that in the freezer, and we're just gonna render that into beef tallow. Same steps as always, so wipe your rims. I did not add any salt to this. We've got somebody in the household that cannot have very much salt. So, wipe the rims, put the lids on. And then the bands, finger tight just like always. Gotta ask the boss, my instructor. Okay, here we go. Locked. Solid. Okay, hang on. Evidently, I need to turn this little jobber, lift this up, and I forgot what she said. Oh, unlock it, lift this up, and then I need to put in 3 quarts of water. So I've got this half-gallon, and then another quart. Seems like a lot of water. And then a splash of vinegar so my jars don't get cloudy and make more work for myself in the long run. And then I think I can just put these in. Okay, now waiting for instructions from the boss. Oh, this is fun. And then I would assume I lock this. Correct? Then I turn this little jobber to vent, and then it's on pressure can, and I want to do this for 90 minutes because they are, oh, where did I go? I'm back. And then I want to do this for 90 minutes because they're quarts, and because this can automatically sense the water temperature and everything, it's going to warm it up for 10 minutes. So not just the 90-minute canning process, but it's going to warm it up for an additional 10 minutes. So, okay, that's set at 10. Now I want to change that to 90. And then I believe I just hit it again. Okay, so since we've already inserted the jars, now I can hold the play button. And it's heating up. I'm so excited. I'm breaking things. Alright. Oh, and then once it's warmed up, then I will flip this back over to can. Don't I sound like I know what I'm talking about? I really have no idea. No idea. This thing is plugged in, you guys. It's plugged in. I'm becoming unplugged because it is plugged in. We should do another one of those unplugged challenges that we used to do years ago. No way. No, no. I need to call Bear Prepper and tell her to talk me out of that. Oh my God, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? No, too much work. Okay, it's beeping. So I'm going to turn this to can. And then I'm going to hit play and wait 90 minutes. There is 1 minute left on the processing time on the canner, and so then apparently what is going to happen next is it's going to go into cool down mode. I don't have to do anything. I could go to bed right now and wake up and this would just all be done. All that's left is to make sure that my jar is sealed and wash those jars up and put them on the shelf or devour them, whatever I decide to do. It's on cool down. There's a little snowflake. I haven't seen a snowflake for at least a month. Now I get to vent it. Probably do it without your hand on top. I didn't get burned, but safety first. Once it stops hissing, then I can open it. This was so easy. I could go and do other things and didn't have to sit and man the canner the whole time. This is a really good idea for small batches. Now, when we do big batches of food, obviously we're going to get the canner, the dial or the gauged canners out and do them on the stovetop. But yeah, super excited. Now I can open it. So I would assume I just turn this jobber thing again. It's kind of warm. Lift it up and then open it away from myself, as always. Take out the beautiful jars. Oh my, that's what Mama loves. Smells delicious, you guys. Absolutely delicious. And I forgot to mention this in the middle of it when I was putting the meat in. I'll probably add it in the middle of the video for the people that didn't stay till the end of my ramblings. But I raw packed this, so I didn't add any liquid, and they're quarts, so they were pressure canned for 90 minutes. Now, if you're going to do chicken with bone in, it's less time, so make sure you look that up in your book. Thanks for watching. It's so good to be doing this again. It's been a few months, so ciao. So an easy way to keep track of which jars have already been sanitized so you don't have to re-sanitize them is I just put used lids on them, and that way I know that the jars that are stored with the lids on them that have something written on the top of them that are empty have already been sanitized. So I don't have to heat up the house or waste water or go through the work again re-sanitizing these. And I usually like to do a few more than I know that I'm going to need, and it's better to have too many than too little. What do you call that? Under promise and over deliver. That's what this is. Not really. If I'm thinking about myself, yes, I'm under promising and over delivering.